What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. It's Monday night, baby. First Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and I couldn't be more excited. Looking over at my chat, we've got Camino, we've got Patrick's in, Rick's here. We've got Jello ringside. Jello, thank you so much for your subscription. Rick, thank you for subscribing as well. It's going to be a good one tonight, and we are a mere 4 minutes away from seeing the groundbreaking history of Raw on Netflix. So let's start with this. How excited is everybody for this? Like, has everybody got their Netflix ready to go, ready to watch? Because I know I do. I got it set right here, ready to go. Doesn't appear I can do much with it for 4 minutes, but it's ready. So, just a quick run through some of the things we're going to see tonight. Of course, we've got uh, Drew versus Jay. We've got one that I'm really looking for, of course, the tribal combat. We've got Roman Reigns on one side, Solo Sikoa on the other side to find out who the real and only tribal chief is. So I'm looking forward to that. We've got Seth and Punk. What a buildup this has been. Like, since the day Punk came back, it's been that way. Looking over at the chat, Jello ringside saying wrestling with no time constraints. I'm all in. Camino saying groundbreaking. I'm all set. Get your pickaxes ready. You already know. Rick saying 100% ready. Man, this is the part I hate. It's getting ready. J Rev jumping in the chat. Cameron, what's up, brother? Glad you can make it with us tonight. Hope you got your Netflix fired up and ready to go because this is going to be epic. You may can tell I'm here by myself for the moment. Here shortly, I will be stepping out for just a minute. Mikey's on his way over here. He's going to watch with us, and man, I'm excited. This is going to be so good. What about the women's match? We've got Liv Morgan, your women's champion, going up against Rhea Ripley in a last woman standing match. This is not going to be a match. This is not going to be a fight. This is going to be an all-out brawl, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm here for it. Bring it the hell on. We got Daddy Boss in the chat. Daddy Boss, good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Says, Mommy rules it all. You know what? I'm down. Jello ringside saying Liv drops the belt. Please. You know what? I'm with you on that. I feel like that's exactly what we're going to get. We're going to have Liv drop the belt to Rhea, and I don't know, maybe Becky Lynch show up and say, "Oh, by the way, not only do you not have the belt, but you lied to everybody. You didn't retire me," because that's been one of Liv Morgan's things. Is I retired Becky Lynch. So it would do my heart well to see Becky show up and say, "Hey, guess what?" So that's what I'm hoping for there. We are 1 minute away, ladies and gentlemen. So excited. This is going to be good stuff. So let me go ahead and ask while we're waiting for it to start up. What is everybody's take on this? Like, what is your big thing? What are you waiting for? Camino in the chat saying mommy's always on top, and when the man comes around, it's always going to be good. I couldn't agree more. I so hope she's going to be there. And that is the rumor. Like, that's the rumor I'm catching. Mikey just subscribed for an 18th month in a row, as did Rick. Guys, thank you so much. You don't know what that does for us. I love seeing you guys subscribing. It allows us to do more. And we are at 7 o'clock. Now I got to figure out why this hasn't started yet. Live now. Says it's live now, but it's not. All right, having some technical difficulties here. Hold on. No, I'm with you on that. I hope they fixed it as well. Well, let's go back here and see if we can't find where this is at. Because I am having some issues here, and this is not the time to have that. Live now. There we go. The Intuit Dome. Here we go. Now they're talking about celebrities arriving. I think it was Rick that told me you have to know that this is what this is going to be. The movie stars are going to be there. The music stars are going to be there. Everybody's going to be at this show, including that man, Seth freaking Rollins. I'm so looking forward to this. This is going to be great. Liv looks awfully happy for someone that hopefully is going to lose that title. Wow. Here it is. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beginning of a whole new era. Rick saying, honestly, I'm waiting for the idiots to start complaining about the lack of F bombs, blood, and boobs out. Well, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of F bombs and blood, but I might complain a little bit if I don't get at least like a side boob or something. I did enter a speechless moment there. Just a moment. What do we got going here? I like that they used Mean Gene in this. Now, I am being quiet for just a moment because I'm watching this, but oh wow. Uh, Jello ringside. I will say that I know we've got Cena coming back, but above that, I've heard rumors for all sorts of people. I've heard Bautista's going to come back and be the first inductee for the Hall of Fame. I've heard that we may see Stone Cold, we may see Undertaker, we may see. There's so many different people they've said may show up at this. Can you imagine being there live for this? Daddy Boss in the chat saying, "What if they had a show at the Sphere in Vegas?" Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. Amino saying, "I've got goosebumps." You and me both, brother. This is crazy. Mikey in the chat saying he should be here shortly, so that's a good thing. 17,000 for a Raw. It's insanity. Like I think it was Rick posted numbers yesterday, and they weren't far away from a sellout already. Wow. Drop the sheets. Drop the sheets and show that beautiful ring. Ah, I love it. And there's Trips right in the middle of the ring. Of course he is. No, you make a point, Mikey. I didn't. It. You had to know it was going to be a sellout. What a feeling this has got to be for Triple H. I mean, you're already a superstar, and you know what it's like to have the crowd cheering. But in this particular instance, imagine what it feels like to be the man in charge. Wow, that's some noise now. Wow, there's a message for you. All of you being seen and heard by the entire globe. You knew you were going to get this. Uh, Jello Ringside saying, "I wonder how much how much Fortnite paid for that ring ad." A lot. We've got Mike Petty in the chat saying, "Are you ready for Monday Night Raw, brother?" I've been ready since they announced it. I am so excited for this. That's crazy. Mikey in the chat saying, "Tell Fortnite if they want to sponsor somebody, they can give me a call too, please." Eska 1981 says, "Them fireworks live is crazy." They are. What do we got first? What is this? Oh, that's already cool. You had to know. You had to know. The Rock is here. And of course, they're going to start the show with him. Uh, Camino saying, "Are you ready?" Absolutely. And Jello Ringside, the one person I would really like to see return for this is Samantha Irving. I would too. I'm not going to lie, but I still got lots of love for my girl Lillian Garcia. So I'm good with it. There he is in all his glory. Mr. Board of Directors with Goosebumps in HD. 4K Goosebumps. So I like the setup they have with the crowd. It kind of has that feeling, some of the old school Raws where the crowd was a little closer to the entrance. I don't know if it gives that feeling to everybody else, but that's what I'm getting off of this. I can only Daddy Bot saying how amazing The Rock still gets goosebumps after all these years. I don't think that ever goes away. Like I really don't. What an entrance, man. All right, I'm going to let you guys watch this for just a minute. I'm going to run to the front door and let Mike in. I'll be right back. All right. We'll grab the door. Yeah. All right. So we got the one and only Mike Caldwell joining us today, the guy who Rock had to beat to become the final boss.
A lot of them.
So I'm looking over at the chat, and we've got Rock only does this because he loves it. He doesn't need the money. That's very true. I agree with that. And Mike Petty's saying the Rock is still jacked. Yeah, he is. Daddy Bot 74, happy to see you here. Says Mikey.
What's up, guys?
That's what's up.
Yes. Yeah, I knew he was confirmed as of this morning.
Rick says, but the money doesn't hurt. Very true. Very, very true. I wonder if they're going to let entrances go a little longer and build up a little more since they don't really have a time constraint.
That is something you can think about. He is. I mean, his entrance started whenever I was way over there.
Yeah. It's the High Chief Rocky Maivia. That just didn't even sound right to say it that way.
Oh, damn.
See there? Mike Petty even says Mikey's always going to be the final boss.
Dang.
What up, Mikey? That Scooter Flournoy.
Flournoy, that's my brother.
Oh, well, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Glad you could be here.
Yes, I agree.
He does need a shave. Did he really just do the Moana scream thing? Fruity Pebble? All right, we'll leave the John Cena stuff alone. My bad. Much love to the soul, man. Jello says his head's cleaner than his chin.
Maybe he's having to put in something for a new role.
Potentially.
But you need to know your role.
Shut your mouth. See how that works? That's cool. Mike Petty saying, what about Cookie Puss?
Who, what, where? When? Why? Where'd that come from?
See, you had to know this was coming. Finally. When that come back. At least he said the town. He didn't say come home. I got tired of that one. Oh, Paul Heyman is Cookie Puss.
Oh, we'll see him later.
Yeah, he'll. Go Squid Games all over your candy asses. Oh, we gotta be talking Triple H. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Well played. And there's the man right there.
Didn't expect him to be in the crowd.
I didn't either. I didn't expect The Rock to even acknowledge it. Wait, can I say acknowledge?
Yeah, he did. He said acknowledge. So
Okay.
if he said it, it's okay.
No, Scooter, he's not Heyman is not the walrus, he's the Paulrus.
Cuckoo Cachoo.
That's right. Okay, see, I kind of saw that coming. OTC, baby. That's my tribal chief.
He can be everybody's tribal chief after tonight,
I hope so. Now,
except for Solo.
while
Not Solo.
Jacob,
Jacob gonna kill everybody.
that's kind of how I feel. The only tribal chief. Really? Dance, puppets, dance. So, Weddy?
Chief Sahuli.
This ain't singing along with The Rock. I wonder if that ever gets old to him.
What?
Doing that.
Having people having his finger puppets all over the world, doing exactly what he wants.
Everything he tells them to do. Scooter in the chat saying, I hope OTC wins tonight. Absolutely. Man, I am with you. I want to see that happen. But let's talk about that for a second, because after SmackDown, we found out that if Roman Reigns wins, Paul Heyman will be holding the Ulafala for the match.
Mm-hmm.
And he will put the Ulafala on Roman Reigns, and Solo Sikoa will acknowledge him, as will everybody else. However, if that doesn't happen, if Solo wins, he puts the Ulafala on Solo, and he is with him forever.
Well, considering the Cody Road or the I apologize. I've had a long Monday, so my brain is not quite where it needs to be just yet. Give me a few minutes, and I'll get my mouth as fast as everything else is going. We're starting with this. Wow.
Whoa. I was not expecting that. What do you guys in the chat give me your thoughts? What are the chances that this stays a one-on-one match?
Was there interference between Jay and Roman whenever they had their tribal combat?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't remember either. If anybody in the chat happens to know that, I would appreciate the 411 on that.
So, opening with tribal combat. Wow, no chance this isn't a whirlwind of interference. See, that's kind of where I'm at. And Jello saying Solo can't win because if he does, Roman becomes irrelevant. I'm with you. I don't think Solo wins this match. I think that we get Roman winning this one. But the question is, what do you think the chances are that this is a one-on-one match? Rick already saying no chance this isn't a whirlwind of interference. I'm kind of there on that. I feel like we get somebody from the Timu bloodline out, and then somebody from the OG bloodline takes them out, back and forth like that until everybody's out.
Well, Rock being close, he may end up interfering in this thing.
It's possible. Like he's right there ringside, so. That's possible. Drew could stick his nose in it. Rick, I appreciate the vote of confidence there. I really hope that that's the way it goes down. Like I think it moves the story great, so I'm hoping.
If it happens, I'm getting you a giant pencil.
Yes. This Daddy Boss saying this show is better than a PLE. You're damn right. See, I can say that now because this is on Netflix. Raw's on Netflix, so I can say damn right now. Oh, wait, we're not on Netflix.
We're not on Netflix.
Damn. I mean, don't. Who said that?
Damn.
Damn. All right, I got to do it. I'm putting it up. That's my tribal chief right there.
Nobody can see it because it's all.
I don't care. They know it's up. Everybody in that chat right there knows I got my one up. To kind of touch on something that was said earlier, though, what does Roman Reigns do if he loses this match? If Solo Sikoa is the only tribal chief, what does Roman Reigns do at that point?
That is a good question and very tangled web of possibilities.
It really is.
But considering
Roman isn't wearing a red glove. I didn't notice that. That's a good point.
black and red.
J-Rev saying he was going to try and design some light boxes, fix a few, and now he can't concentrate between Netflix and Twitch. That's a good problem to have, though.
Hey, J-Reb, we need to get together on something. I've got an idea that I want to run by you.
Well, you can absolutely run that by him at J-Reb's 3D Printing or J-Reb on Facebook. I like that they put the stats up on the side now. Like they've been doing that for a couple of weeks now, and I dig it. Daddy Boss saying Heyman's going to get involved somehow. I've heard this rumor also that this is where the wise man turns on Roman.
See, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's questions that are still unanswered with the whole that whole situation. And one of those being is whenever Roman ghosted Paul first.
Right.
Paul had a new phone number. Paul didn't get a hold of Roman. He just showed up with CM Punk. And his attire, whenever he was with CM Punk, or whenever he was bringing out CM Punk, was the exact same attire that Solo normally wears, street clothes wise.
Fair.
No tie, red shirt, blazer.
So Rick says, no chance it happens, but if Solo were to win, the idea that the OG bloodline acknowledges and joins the new bloodline to create an NWO level bloodline. But we saw what goes on, what that does. Now, I think WWE could handle a situation like an NWO style faction a lot better? Yes, I do.
Okay, one thing we've noticed is SmackDown, the mat was dark blue.
Yep.
This one is black.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Scooter in the chat saying Roman's wearing some badass new boots. Yeah, look at them kicks, man.
There's some Nikes.
Now you do realize that he's got his own Air Ones, right? Like you can buy Roman Reigns Air Ones. I got you.
Did we find that out from TJ Mundell?
No, we didn't find that out from TJ Mundell. But as soon as TJ Mundell hears that, I'm sure he's finna buy a pair. Yeah. That's a Roman Reigns Air Ones.
Those are sweet.
If you haven't done it yet, when you get the opportunity, go to Google and type in Roman Reigns Air Ones. You'll dig it. I promise. Nobody does an intro like Paul Heyman does an intro. The new ref shirts are cool. Jello talking about the ref shirts. I see we're still doing the ref cam.
That thing is going to be a work in progress.
Oh yeah.
Because we really haven't seen much real footage from it yet. Oh, and we can hear that.
Yeah, we can hear it now. We just can't say it.
You know what? That would have been a pretty cool effect there, Scooter. I agree.
The ropes being red would have been pretty cool. And that may be something they move to. I don't know.
The ref looks like part of the Borg Collective.
I can go with that. Jello's saying they don't have to bleep it. No, they don't. That's the beauty of this. And I really think that's what we're looking at. We're going to get more of the F-bombs and stuff like that from the crowd than we are any of the talent. So we've got our first commercial, which looks like one of the usual commercials, actually. But who are the chefs? Great googly moogly.
Well,
gotta love
they might as well have been the chefs after the loss that they had yesterday.
To the Broncos. The Broncos. What? Let me not say that. My wife is a Broncos fan, and they did make it into the playoffs. So let me show some love to the Denver Broncos. They did make it into the playoffs. However, their very first game is against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. So yeah, they done. Just throwing that out there. We're done with the sports ball now. It's the guy from South Park.
What guy from South Park?
Take a pic. Very true, Jello. Like, I talk trash because my wife's a Broncos fan, but the Chiefs did. They rested their people. They screwed the Bengals because Denver's going against third-string Chiefs, and their win knocked the Bengals out of playoff contention. Something for you, Sarah. Let me clean my mustache real quick.
This is a wrestling chat, by God.
Tell him, Rick. Tell him. I do agree with what Rick said a minute ago, though. 29 minutes in. That's not bad for.
No, absolutely not. But we still haven't had a single walk up.
No, we haven't had a single anything.
No, so
Not as 29, well, 31 minutes in now, and not a single wrestling move. But you know what? I'm all right with it.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of flash for this show too. So
I feel you, Scooter. I feel you. However, we will go ahead and stop the sports ball chat because it's Raw, baby. It's wrestling time. See, even the TV says Merca.
oh my gosh.
So I've got to say, thus far, I am impressed. I like what we've got going on with Raw on Netflix to this point.
I'm digging the aesthetic.
Let's see here. Some AEW's sicko is counting minutes without wrestling, while more people are watching this than have collectively watched AEW for 5 years. You know? All right, the bell's rung, and here we are. J-Reb saying it's probably because of the day one, first time on Netflix. Next week might not be as drawn out. I figure you're probably right. Paul Heyman looks stressed, man.
If your livelihood was at stake
It's lively.
in the next 15 minutes, you
No.
would be as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs as well.
No. His livelihood is not in danger. Whoever wins this match, Paul Heyman still leaves the ring as the wise man. It's just whose wise man is he going to be?
But where he wants to be is, and where he's going to be is possibly two different things.
I don't. I like the new look and no picture-in-picture stuff. I do like that. I like that a lot.
I'm not really keen on the picture-in-picture stuff.
Just take the table bump.
But
oh, that did look like it hurt.
ooh,
Yep, Scooter saying that Pat's back. That is one thing about this. Pat McAfee back on commentary.
yep. And Lillian Garcia is going to SmackDown, and the other girl is going to be here.
Alicia Taylor.
Yeah.
This is huge.
The announcer uses the F-bomb to introduce Seth Rollins.
I could see Pat McAfee doing it. I could absolutely calling him by something other than his current name because I can't say that on mine.
Yes. Family show.
Okay, Roman. So, just a question for you and for everybody that's watching. How big a factor do you think nerves are in this? Because you could see some of the nerves take effect when they did Saturday night's main event for the first time. And while as big as that was, this is even bigger. So how much of a effect do you think nerves are going to have in this show?
Well, these guys have been doing this for years and years and years. So, I mean, I don't necessarily think that they're going to have near as much nerves as somebody, say like our boy Gino Rivera,
Yeah.
who ended up having his match in front of 17,000 people on SmackDown
Yep.
the other day.
Yep.
So yeah, that was probably stressful for him. But these guys do it day in and day out now.
And big congratulations out there to Gino Rivera for that. Getting to have that dark match for SmackDown. That's awesome, brother. Happy for you. J-Reb saying huge effect. Okay, that's old school as it gets. I'm gonna hit you with a monitor.
I ain't seen nobody hit nobody with a monitor since
I
the
mean,
early 2000s.
I mean, the monitor's only this big, but here, hold on. I'm gonna hit you with a monitor. That's you ain't seen that in a minute. Solo can't beat up over here, so you're gonna beat up on the stairs.
Netflix money can blow a person to see a few new movie stars popping up.
Oh, absolutely. And that's another thing I was thinking about with this partnership now between WWE and Netflix. Do you think we're going to see a lot more of the WWE films showing up on Netflix?
It's possible.
Scooter asking, do you think someone's going to bleed? Absolutely, somebody's going to bleed.
It'll probably be Punk.
That's my Punk or Seth one. I mean, maybe Drew because he's good at that. But I'm thinking it's either going to be Punk or Seth, and I lean more towards Punk. By the end of the match, there's going to be some blood.
Well, I say Drew does get some good color, but he has to get it hard way.
Yeah. So far so good with the action, with everything going on. I'm digging it. I like it. So I got asked the other day what our next goal is. Our next goal, as far as followers, is 175. We're currently at 168, 175, and I got to go do stupid stuff in the ring. So we are 7 away from that.
So what that means is go on to notyouraverage.mark.com and you need to click on all the things, and then you need to send said website to all your friends and tell them to click all the things, and so on and so forth, because we want violence upon this man.
Easy. I mean, yeah, a lot of people do actually. I mean,
Hell, you never know. I may clothesline you for one of those
I need
deals.
you to calm down, sir. Cat Dennings. I'm a fan. I like the new entranceway. I do too. Like I said, I like the fact that the ramp, it has that feel that it's close, like it's closer together. So it's got that old school Raw feel where the crowd was close.
It's got that whole Madison Square Garden
Exactly.
short entrance too.
It does.
It's not super long.
Will it be like that everywhere? I don't know.
Well, honestly, it takes up less space to do it that way.
True.
And right now, they're worried about putting people every 18 inches versus trying to build the bigger production.
Very true. Very, very true. That's getting badly. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that hurts.
I tell you what, I like the way Solo swings a chair.
Well, as long as it's not at me, so do I. I don't know why the ref's trying to tell him anything. It's tribal combat.
Because he's like, come on, man, be good, be real. Y'all are supposed to be having a contest here, not an actual fight. And Solo said, "You, sir, acknowledge me."
Jello saying nobody takes a chair shot like Roman Reigns. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Well, if you don't believe what we say, just ask Seth Rollins.
But that's what I do to the people I love.
Well, we're actually having a conversation. This is good character building for Solo.
Absolutely.
Because he's not one that actually really talks.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna miss.
He better. The ref needs to stand out of the way. Scooter, I agree. The ref, I don't even know why the ref is there for this one. He can just sit outside with commentary at this point. I mean, I get he needs to be there to count, but you can do that from outside. It's okay. I mean, he swings a chair pretty good too. Roman just wearing him out.
Paul's got that look in his eyes now.
I'm telling you, I've been hearing all week that this is where Paul turns on Roman.
How does that work?
He says, "Screw you both," and puts Ula Fala on Jacob Fatu. Nobody does an evil look quite well. Nobody without the last name McMahon does an evil look like Paul Heyman.
You're not wrong.
Scooter saying the ref is probably going to get taken out. I figure that's probably going to happen. Just looks uncomfortable. See, if you guys saw Paul Heyman's face right there, that's the look on the face of a man that wishes he'd have wore the brown suit. 32 years ago. Rick saying, I will say I'm not a fan of the red seat lights. It makes me feel like the far away ones are empty, even though I know they're not. And I don't know if that's I'm sure that's a venue thing. Like, I don't think, like, I know Raw's in Dallas January 17th, and I feel like on that day, we're not going to see those because it's a different venue.
And he looked at himself and he said, "Self, get the table."
Get the table. I have to expect that. Solo, get the table.
Nice drive-by.
Scooter says, I pray Rhea Ripley wins tonight. You and me both. Like, I'm ready to see Rhea get her title back. The title, I will remind everyone, that she never actually lost. Look at Pat like, what'd you say to me?
That's what I was like.
The hell did you call me?
No, 11 more months versus.
Daddy Boss says, "Shut up, Pat." Jello Pat always has a huge belt buckle on. That's his that's his thing now. I'm not sure exactly why, but that's like his thing now. So what have we seen so far? We've seen cell phone sized monitors. We've seen chairs. We've got a table. Now we got a kendo stick. Where's the ladder?
We're bringing into the universe. Cody and KO have exclusive rights to the ladder at this moment in time.
That's fair. That's fair. That's going to be a hell of a match at the Royal Rumble. No question.
It is. It is going to be a hell of a match.
Oh, the fire extinguisher. See, I forgot about the fire extinguisher. Get him, Roman. The old bomb. Not necessarily going to call that a last ride. Who did that? See?
It's your favorite. Yeah. It's
Was he under the ring? I do. Scooter. I think they're gonna do something with the Wing Championship belt. I'm not sure what it's gonna be, but yes, I do think it stays. So no. I was so shocked on SmackDown to find out he could say more than that. I don't know what that was. Surely not. Okay. Woo. Thinking, come on, man.
I knew that wasn't coming down for a 3.
I'm glad it didn't. But what did I say last week and the week before that on the podcast? If Roman wins this, it's going to get to Ulafala. Solo's going to go to acknowledge him, and Jacob Fatu is going to take him out. And Jacob's here, ready to go. I'm telling you. Well, there goes the ref.
Scooter called that one.
Good call, Scooter. Rick said he would have laughed if it had. I wouldn't have had. Here comes Sammy. Get him. Get him. All right. While they're fighting, I can't not say it. So after SmackDown went off the air, of course, we had the triple threat between the Bloodline and the Usos and Sammy. After SmackDown went off the air, I watched a video where Jimmy Uso did the whole crawl and thing to Tama Tonga.
Oh, really?
It was funny as hell. Rick saying awesome falsy. I agree. Rick saying he would have laughed if it had because of the meltdown online. You meltdown. Type Chernobyl. Okay, meltdown ain't strong enough. Fight them all the way back.
And they fought off. What the hell?
What? Kevin? You sorry some of them. Whoa. Dummy.
I thought Cody was going to end up pulling the referee out.
You know? Now Paul is really wishing he'd have worn a brown suit. Oh, don't do that. Me? That's about it. Everybody else is in the match. Jay hasn't come out yet. Cody Cutter. Yes, I agree. Overbooked goodness.
Well, if it wasn't overbooked, then it wouldn't be anything that has to do with the travel situation.
Daddy Boss said, let The Rock straighten it out. Ooh, The Rock comes out, and who comes to face him except Jay? Spear. Ooh, ah. Pin, 1, 2, 3, done. Get the Ulafala back.
Ah.
Is this it? Is this it? There it is. There it is.
Okay. Paul just had a look. So
Paul's going to very happily put the Ulafala around the neck of Roman Reigns, and then he's going to ask Solo to acknowledge him, and that's when Jacob Fatu comes back. I'm telling you. The only tribal chief. What do you keep looking at, Paul? Uh-oh.
that was a good angle. No music.
High Chief has, maybe?
He is the elder now.
He is the elder now.
I mean, technically, Keish is older, but
True.
that was a great camera shot there, Joe.
I agree. And good call from Daddy Boss for letting The Rock straighten it out. No, don't call him that. I hope that don't stay.
Jeez.
His Highness the Final Boss. Rock, Dwayne, whatever his Louis. He's going to put it on. I mean, he is the elder. Yeah, that Maui scream's not going away anytime soon. Wow. Not what I was
What is
expecting.
look at Paul?
That's Pouty Paul. I wanted to put you in the follow on.
He's about to get rock bottomed. What?
Notice which one of us does not have our ones up. Just saying.
That would require me moving my arms.
That's fair. The Rock's still in the ring, though. That makes me nervous.
Oh, I've been doing the wrong finger.
J-Rev, come on, man.
That was great. Mikey approved.
Well, I will say this: while he's had the while Solo's had it on, had the Ulafala, you have been doing the correct finger. Love it. He is the OTC, the only tribal chief. I'm kind of surprised at the ending. Not that he won, but that the way that all went down.
Jacket looks oddly familiar.
Does it?
Like, that was the jacket that he had the dog collar match with MJF with.
Could be. Could be. Now, I will say this. This is something that I've been.
I don't think it has any complete significance, but
Well, you say that, but then this is something that I talked to Rick about before I say it. Mike Petty saying he's OTC. Rick saying I love how subtle the menace of the moment was. Or, is that right?
mm-hmm.
Mike Petty saying, "What do y'all think this is all about?" Like I'm a little confused at it. I'm interested to see where that goes because I thought we were going to get the whole Solo is going to acknowledge him, but we may not get that until SmackDown.
Netflix next week.
Or yeah, next week's Raw on Netflix. But what I started to say, think about some of the things that Punk has said to Rollins, things Rollins has said to Punk, and tell me it's not reminiscent of the mic work between CM Punk and MJF. Daddy Boss saying the show's not over yet. Rick saying, I think the point is that we're supposed to wonder. Well, they're doing a good job. The beat is that they can take this a dozen different directions, but you have to come back to find out. And it's well played. Looking at it in that light, that is very well played. So I'm pretty impressed thus far. Like I'm a little confused, but I think that's what we're supposed to be. Rick says we're only an hour in and I'm exhausted. I feel that.
Rick, I was exhausted before I got here.
Rick, starting the new job today. Congrats on that, by the way, Rick. How'd it go, man? I'm hoping it was awesome. It's not easy. I could imagine. I'm not quite there yet, Jello, but I hear it's coming. This has been good. And we're like Rick said, we're only an hour in. I mean, it's currently 8:02.
We've had one match
In fact, we have had one match.
that did not have a twisting, burning 450 hammer phoenix splash.
Oh, see, I just thought I missed that.
No, didn't have it.
I figured somebody did one while I was going to let you in.
The Rock was still in the ring while you let me in.
That don't mean he didn't do it
To whom?
himself, to the people. He did it for the Rock. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know what that is. It's Penta. I'm just saying. Got my autograph Penta going on right there. I believe it's 5 scheduled matches, yes. Let's see. Drew and Jay, Tribal Combat, Liv and Rhea, Punk and Seth, and then the tag team match. So yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the Royal Rumble in Saudi on 2026.
I'm not ducking my head because I'm not face palming because of that. Jello says, "How does The Rock pee?" He Dwayne says Johnson. You done made Mikey walk out. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Knew that was coming through. Saudi was going to get at least one of the big 4 in the 10-year deal. You're right. You had to know that was going to be like I don't think WrestleMania will ever be outside of the U.S. except for maybe in London if John Cena gets his way. But I'm with you. I kind of saw Saudi was going to have something.
That is a wicked drone shot right there.
Yeah, it is. We need a drone. I mean, it would be fun. Crash it into Chris Watson.
You need to be a little bit more respectful to Chris Watson. Because he is an international superstar.
So I've heard. I've heard that he is. It's Fluffy. It's Chris Watson is BCW's only international superstar. Superstar.
In his head,
Maybe I don't.
it's Ashton. Somebody's getting punked tonight.
Jello asking, was it drone or AI? Pretty sure it was drone. And Seraph asking, who's going to fly it? I will. Now
Who's gonna fly it? Well, definitely not you, man, because you do all kinds of other things.
Seraph says international crybaby. It's Michael Che. And there's some LA Knight. Yeah. Love the shirt, Ray. Love the shirt. Crazy. Not Wale. It was pretty fast for a drone. Scooter saying, with the new look, how do you think the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania is going to look? Absolutely wild. If
Yeah.
it's this crazy for a Raw, can you imagine what a PLE is going to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. LA Knight. Yeah. That's my boy right there. Oh, I can't say that tonight. Like I said, he uses it on Thursday. Is that the goat I hear? I have to hear him. I can't see him.
Bah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there before the goat gets to the ring. Two things. Number one, these kids who came up, like Bruss and Little Guapo, these kids that came up in that era, they ain't ready for this year. They ain't ready for for the last time is now. For after this, you can't see me. They ain't ready for that. But I 100% believe he's coming to the ring to declare for the Royal Rumble.
That's what we discussed on the show
Yeah.
Thursday.
100% feel like that's why he's there.
He always is ready to dress to wrestle. So.
That's true. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Taking a book or taking a page out of the Chinese book, because they do that for like they got drones that they do that with, that like dragons and stuff. Rick saying he will declare, then interrupted by Logan Paul. I agree. He's gonna turn his hat around and start rapping. Well-deserved chant.
Sure, he doesn't know what to think about it.
True. I could see it, Rick. I could see Logan Paul and John Cena being number one and number two. Look, they're gonna make him cry. Yeah, it did. Well, we're gonna start with top three. Jello saying, "I love the Macho Man cosplay at ringside." I do too. I think it's awesome. We're gonna call him. We're gonna call him the Macho Fan. We're gonna hear a lot of that last time for the next little bit. Scooter saying, "Look at the WWE now and what it looked like when I started watching wrestling." How far back is that, Scooter? Let me know.
8?
UPW mention, yeah. $40. Yeah, it's been a hell of a difference in the last 40 years, man. They're going to say thank you right back. We've got Damon M. Healer in saying, "What's up, Mike?
What's up, Damon? Good to see you."
Glad you could join us tonight. Thanks for coming into the chat. Appreciate you."
Are there people going to the bathroom, or is that just celebrity section or
That's the
something?
celebrity section.
There's a lot of noise in here right now, but there's also a lot of noise outside.
I was 6 years old when I started watching wrestling. Cool. I started right, well, at least that's when I start remembering everything. I've been watching since I was like 3, but
Scooter was the guy that got me hooked on this stuff.
okay. Say it. Now send him out. At WrestleMania against Gunther. I mean, I don't know. Jello saying I used to watch Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling back in the late 60s, early 70s. We were trampoline wrestlers. I feel that. We used to have front yard matches. We used to have matches on the trampoline where the house was the top rope. I feel that, Scooter.
Only thing is, we didn't necessarily jump around on the trampoline. It was more shoot, trying to pin one another, and it wasn't working.
Yeah. Rick saying my first wrestling ever was in Amarillo, Texas on December 17th, 1977. Yes, J-Reb, we were trampoline wrestlers too. I had a match or two with my boy J-Reb. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Damon Healer saying memories. Some of them anyway.
Huh? Memories.
Yeah, something like that. What were we talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Unless
Or is it? Or win the Royal Rumble. Wait a minute. I got an idea. MACW had young Ric Flair, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Sting, and Baron Von Raschke. Well, that's some of the makeup. Scooter saying, what do you think if John Cena wins the Royal Rumble and goes and wins the heavyweight championship? I think it's gonna happen. I think he wins the title. He gets that that one up that 17, which puts him one ahead of Ric Flair, makes him the GOAT, and then loses it not long after.
Next Raw.
Something like that, yeah. Or Tuesday night in Texas.
Something like that. Tuesday night in Texas.
Daddy Boss says my first live event had Chief Wahoo and Harley Race in Ottumwa, Iowa. I don't like it when they throw the mic down. Mike yells when they throw the mic down.
I do yell whenever they throw the mics down because they don't have to pay for them.
That's
I
nice.
do.
I do love the following him back. Well, as long as we're on the same page. All right, chat. What do you got? Where are you at on Logan Paul? What are your thoughts?
My get is he's a showman.
He is.
He's a showman. He's got millions of followers, and he's doing the thing.
He is. Eskin 1981. He's good. I can't lie. I'm with you on that. Like, as a person, he's a dumpster fire, and I don't like him. But as a performer, there's none better. He is there to make the moments. As they like to push for him, the viral moments.
Yeah. As much as I hate the guy.
Damon Healer saying first match was WCW when Ric Flair and Chris Jericho. Okay. Sir. Sarah's thought about him is he has a tiny pecker.
Hey, come on now. We don't need to talk about his bird that way.
It's like it might have been a rescue. You don't know. I mean, Logan Paul drives me crazy. Can't stand the guy. He just signed a contract for a boxing match, so I don't expect to see him in WWE for a bit. Liv Morgan, watch me. Okay. Twist my arm. Oh, okay, I'll watch. Like 4 foot nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You got a problem when you're shorter than Dominic Mysterio.
She's about that tall, that much taller than the security railing.
Yeah, screw that guy. We don't like him.
Yeah, it's not a boxing match actually. It's it's an MMA fight.
He's going full on MMA, huh?
Yeah, with Conor McGregor.
Jello. Cutest couple in WWE. Liv and Raquel. That's so cool. That is so cool. And I mean, she's not hard to look at. Rick saying, I know it's not officially acknowledged, but there were 3 back and forth world title exchanges between Flair and Race in New Zealand, Flair and Victor Jovic in the Dominican Republic, and Flair and Carlos Colon in Puerto Rico. So you could argue Flair is actually a 19-time champion. Look, Rick, we're not doing that. Oh, see, you give me the 19-time champion, and they show me the Tiffy time. Come on, man.
He's got too much time on his hands, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. You're late. I already said that. All right, I'm going to let everybody kind of take it all in, and we're going to let Rhea come to the ring. I'm going to step out for just a minute, and I'll be right back. You're welcome to join me if you like.
Yes.
We shall return shortly.
Stay tuned. We will be right back.
There's 700 locations today. Not all canned beans are the same. To show you why Goya black beans are so good.
Award-winning taste. True.
Every can of Goya black beans is packed with goodness. If it's Goya, it has to be good. Hey, Doc, quick question.
Okay.
If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll? Like, you know the drill. Choose payroll without the pay. That's working with gusto. Comfort is provided by Good News. If it's a big event, it's there. We know that it's historic night. And we invite you to collect all of this moment superstars from the WWE with Top now. Trading cards for tonight's historic event will be available this week at Top.com for only 72 hours. To be notified for these and Top releases, case autographs, memorabilia, event exclusive photography for all the WWE's memorable moments only with Tops and Tops. Now, we are in Hollywood, Los Angeles, a lot of celebrities here tonight inside the Intuit Dome, and all massive WWE fans, including Seth Green, been a part of WWE for many years now. Hey, Seth, good to see you. Championship as a great wrestling podcast. Is here as well. Enjoying on Netflix. And of course, the reason we're here tonight, Pat, is because of the great WWE superstars who have paved the way for us to be on Netflix on this historic night.
All right. Refreshments are refreshed, and here we go. What did we miss? X-Pac. You get a cramp in your hand doing that, Shinsuke.
He never smiled like that whenever he was wrestling. He's like, yes, somebody else is taking the bumps. I don't have to feel the pain tonight.
So Sarah telling me to check my text. Not 100% sure what your. Oh, okay, I got you. I love Rhea's music. I always have. All right, Sarah, I got your message. we'll make sure we handle that next time. The drops from the announcements. I don't. I get what you're saying. I forgot to put the "We'll be right back" up.
We'll be right back.
Scooter says, "How do you think or how do you think about how Dominic's wife feels about the Liv Morgan storyline? Interesting tidbit about that. You'll notice that the only thing that I'm saying something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was either.
I was saying
So-
something.
Something about Dom.
Oh yeah. You'll notice that whenever they stop, you'll notice that whenever Liv like would be at a point where she was going to kiss him, they just do the little nose thing. That is a direct thing from Dom's wife. They can do this whole thing, but Dom is not allowed to kiss her. She's not allowed to kiss Dom except for that initial one. He said, never again. That's for you, Seraph. There you go. That is an angry looking Rhea Ripley. Mommy not happy. Mike Petty asking, who do y'all think is going to win, Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan? I really think Liv is going to lose the title to Rhea Ripley tonight. I think that's where we're at. And I think Becky comes back and starts a program. Jello saying best walkout ever was Ronda Rousey walking out to Bad Reputation being played live by Joan Jett. I'll agree with that.
Me too, Scooter. Me too.
Yes. So I'm hoping that that's the way this goes down, is that Rhea walks out of this match champion. And this is where it gets live. You know, you may have a point there, Cameron. J-Rev saying Scooter misspelled thighs.
Hey. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
You know? Dominic Mysterio. Oh. Ow. That looked like it hurt.
I'm so happy that she did it that way instead of pushing things off. Because you want your opponent to go through as much pain as possible. So you're going to clear everything off of a desk so they have a flat, nice smooth landing.
Well, if you stop and think about it, if you get power bombed onto a table and they haven't cleared everything and you get up and you got a pin sticking out of your back, that's a problem.
Well, that seems like a them problem, not a guy. That seems like a taker problem, not a giver problem.
That's a ish them, not a ish us.
Yeah. Because honestly, think about it. Think about it though. Okay. If you sit there and you clear the whole table off because you're wanting to do as much damage to the opponent as possible. In order to go ahead and get this thing to where it actually makes sense to clear the desk off and everything else is if you break the desk, we can put the desk back together. But every time you break one of those monitors, it costs us thousands of dollars, which is going to come out of your check. Then everybody goes, "Oh, okay, that's why."
We're going to clear the table. J-Reb saying that hurt me. I feel you, man. That was ugly. Netflix ad and Twitch ad at the same time. So while we're in the Netflix ads, let's go ahead and just throw this out there. What? Don't do that again. If you are getting ads on Twitch, there's something you can do about that. If you subscribe, the ads go away. Now, just a little insider secret for everybody. If you have Amazon Prime and you click on subscribe to our podcast, to our channel, underneath the cost, there'll be a little slider that says use Prime Stream subscription or use Prime subscription. And then it doesn't cost you anything. We still get the subscription. The ads all go, not the Netflix ads, but the Twitch ads all go away, and you don't have to watch those anymore. So if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to our channel right now and get rid of all the ads, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So,
and really and truly, if you've used your Prime subscription on somebody else's channel for some reason, another thing that you can do, I mean, it's just, it costs about the same as a big cup of coffee from Starbucks.
very true.
So it's really not, I mean, heck, I've done it for 18 months in a row, and it's not a big deal.
All right, Seraph said it doesn't cost you anything. He says except $100 a year, but that's you're paying that to Amazon, not to us.
We can dream.
I mean, if you want to pay us $100 a year, we love you. Pat McAfee giving the business to Dominic Mysterio. Scooter saying, I've always liked Rhea Ripley's tattoos. You and me both. Sarah saying there's a donation page in the About section. I'm going to assume that's on the website. If you haven't checked it out yet, that is www.notyouraverage.com. Make sure you check that out. I was looking at that. Oh, Sarah says, no, it's here on Twitch, in the About section. But that doesn't, while it is there here on Twitch, still go check out the website because I'm going to tell you now, Patrick did a great job on the website.
Yes, he did.
That's a face you don't want to see ever looking back at you. Look at the power.
That's, yeah. That takes, they don't do anything for help on that situation right there.
Yeah, that's all
power.
That's all core.
Wapo, family show.
Yes, I
Be
know.
safe.
J-Reb saying skip Starbucks for one day and get yourself a Not Your Average Mark sub. I agree. And thank you for that, J-Red. Appreciate you. So we still got Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre, and that's going to be a good match, but that's the one I'm waiting for. CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, are we going to get a Riptide? No, we're not. Or the back. See, that move always. Thank you, Liv. Good saying, I do think Liv has a cool finisher. It is. It is a really cool finisher. It was a hell of a sell from Rhea. Of course, I can't say I'm against that kind of pin. Rick saying Dominic and Raquel need to sing "I Got You, Babe" at Rock Karaoke. Rocking the Sonny and Cher. I dig it. Oh no, not again. Oh, I'm so glad that was a 2. Jello saying not finisher, signature move. They kick out of finishers all the time nowadays. Rick taught me that. That's a very fair point. Damon Healer saying, what do y'all think how they are pushing Kevin Owens the way they are? Dig it.
I think they're doing an excellent job with Kevin Owens. And the fact that he's getting that package pile driver over as well as he is, because they're making it that big of a deal, I think that that's great.
Okay, Liv. As much as I enjoy seeing you do that, you can't do the Three Amigos. She did the Three Amigos. J-Reb saying that Dominic Mysterio looks like a Timu Billy Ray. Cyrus.
Just don't tell my heart, though.
The whole
I don't think it'll understand.
There's a hell of a splash by Liv. Rhea's channeling some big Marilyn Manson tonight. Yeah, I can go with that. Jello saying Dom looks like a 70s porn star. A little bit. Okay. And there it is. Rhea gets the belt. The belt she never lost. She gets it back.
I don't necessarily think that we've had an actual timeline on everything.
Yeah, Scooter asking how many hours is it tonight? I don't know. I don't think anybody does. Like it's
I know I mean, it could be 2 hours and 40 minutes.
uh-oh. Dom, what are you doing? No.
Oh, he's worse than he's.
Does
Golly.
Rhea get Dom now? Ripped it.
Oh!
It's a bad day to beat Dom.
Got to protect the McNuggets.
That's right. You got to protect the McNuggets, son. Now we just need Roxanne Perez to lose the tomorrow, and all 3 WWE women's belts change hands in record time. Which is very true. Tiffy won Friday, Rhea won today. If Roxanne Perez loses tomorrow, then
That's going to be a really excellent match.
Yeah, it
Him and
is.
Julia. Yeah.
two balls, 1 foot. What?
Huh?
What happens if Dominic breeds? That's awesome. So is she face or heel? Rhea? Oh, face is hell. You know, Rick said something about she's channeling some big Marilyn Manson tonight. Honestly, she reminds me more, and I don't know how many of you have heard of this, but what? What?
I honestly
Neither-
wasn't expecting that.
neither
Neither
was
were
I.
we.
On the bike and everything. All right.
What would you have done if he came out with the beanie on?
I'd have needed my brown pants.
And I would have needed to leave the room.
What Mike's talking about is recently I got the opportunity to go see The Undertaker's One Dead Man show live in Dallas, and it was absolutely awesome. But one of the things I was allowed to do was give him a Not Your Average Mark beanie. So if he had come out wearing that, I would have needed my brown pants or possibly the white ones. I'm not sure which. Badass. Oh, what an opportunity for Rhea to be able to.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And J Rev is absolutely correct. A collective worldwide. What?
Yeah. Well,
That's freaking awesome.
I'll tell you what, for the money that they're paying Dominic Mysterio, I'd go up there and I'd be a joke too.
Yeah. What's next for Rhea? Will it be Raquel? I could see it being Raquel or possibly a returning Jade Cargill, maybe Charlotte Flair, because they had the whole thing. That's kind of where I'm at on that. I wouldn't mind seeing a good program between Rhea and Raquel, though. We'll fall down there. Madison Square Garden, except it's a circle.
The square is the ring.
I'm aware.
Did he just say that Bailey was a?
Moving to Raw?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. With a broken freaking neck. Oh, wait, no, that's not him.
That's not the wrong guy.
Scooter says, I'm in Austin, and The Undertaker was here on the 18th of December last year. Yeah, see, from what I understand, he did Dallas, and then Houston, and then Austin. Gable versus Penta next week. Yep.
Okay.
Well, since it's Chad Gable, I don't think Penta will get hurt, so we don't have to worry about having a sandwich on standby. Jello saying Ivy Nile makes my heart beat really fast. I get that. I was having a lot of that in the last match. Huh? So Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. What are we thinking about that? I think it's going to be a good match. I think that Drew comes out.
Drew has to win.
Yeah, Drew's got to come out on top in this one. It doesn't make any sense otherwise.
And Jay's, like Rick said last week, Jay's so over, it's not going to hurt him in the least.
Right. So the commercials haven't been bad. Like, I feel like they're spaced out well enough, and there's not a lot of, long drawn out commercial breaks.
And we're not doing 2 minutes into the break.
Yeah.
They're actually doing the commercials in a really conservative fashion.
Yeah. Jello saying Jay is crazy over. He is. Absolutely. Look, it's Chasing the Cash's music. Or should I say Chasing Cash? He's taking the D out of it. Just got a message about that earlier. The $1 Million Baby Chasing Cash.
What happens if Cash turns around and turns around and hits him?
It's a good question. Then, somebody's wanting to see that. We need them to join us live at BCW.
I can't afford Cash Wheeler right now.
Damn. Rick says, I read on PW Insider there were 17 scheduled commercial breaks. Scooter says Drew's going to win, but I just like going, yeet. I think we all like saying yeet. Yeet.
Now can I have a
I
unicorn?
have flashbacks from my daughters. Ugh. Unicorn.
Oh, family show, family show,
Family show. Family show. All right, Sarah. It's in my head now. Thanks for that. Appreciate you. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. See, now every time he says, now every time Jey Uso says yeet, then I want to say, scoop. Yes, bang. First it's yes, and now it's yeet.
So starts walking down from the top and goes, "That's too tall. I'm going back down the other way."
He's like, where's the elevator? Yes. We need a ride from Taker to the ring.
Gets in there and he locks up with Drew and says, "Work me on the ground. I'm blowed up."
My shoulders are shot.
Jay is the most over person right now on the WWE roster. I've listened to several live people talk about that.
Who is most over, Jay, Seth, or Cody? Or Punk? You got to add Punk to that list.
Jay, right now, Jay is the most over person in the crowd or in the on the roster.
I wanna agree with you, but you know, Cody and Seth are. I think you've been drinking a little too much of that because that's just meow.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
the-
going to be
the
on
Rock-
NXT. You
Yep.
thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah. Scooter saying Mikey's brother is crazy. That it's good to be a little bit crazy,
You got to be a little bit crazy to deal with me.
right? I understand. Jay's support was all organic. I agree with you on that, Jello. It was organic. That's one of the reasons I like LA Knight so much. Is all of his stuff is organic. He got himself over. He got himself in good with the crowd. I was just about to talk about that. So she's at, I think it was, I don't remember if it was SmackDown or a house show, but it's Michelle McCool. That would be the wife of the Undertaker. But what did I start to say? I got distracted by all the things. Oh, Vanessa Hudgens. I don't remember if it was a. That's one of my favorites. I don't know if it was a house show or SmackDown, but Cody Rhodes goes to the ropes and sees Vanessa Hudgens, says, "Do you know the thing?" He says, "I know the thing." Well, if you know the thing, come get in the ring and let's do the thing. And so she let off the. Yeet. Wait a minute. What am I hearing here? Rick saying The Rock on NXT. Wow. Wow is the word. Hey, you can't do that there. Is Asuka ever coming back? I think we see Asuka by
Rumble.
Rumble or Mania. I'm not sure which.
She's been battling a legit injury, so
He said no.
nope. I love how the lights are eating too.
Skirt. I want Alexa Bliss back. You and me both, Jello. You and me both. This is Mama Guapo's favorite wrestler right here. 5 Feet of Fury. I miss her. I really do. There's your line right there. Pat McAfee got up on the table and did the whole yeet thing and says, "All right, I'm blown up." Pat McAfee's eating all over himself. Michael Cole, that is by far the whitest thing you've ever done in your life.
If you'd have told Rick back in the day they debuted Jey Uso would be this over today, I'd have laughed in your face.
No, you wouldn't, Rick. You'd have asked, which one is he?
You beat me to it.
Yeah, they are, in fact, eating the lights. Be an athlete, brother.
Same, Scoot.
I love Jey Uso's entrance. Yep. He's got one of the best 3 entrances in the male side of this are absolutely Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins, without question. And I make it a point to say the male side of this because Rhea's intro, yeah. Elimination Chamber, March the 1st.
Oh.
Yep. It's in Winnipeg, you idiot. Sorry, I had a Jericho moment. Jello says Michael Cole cannot be an athlete, ever. Nor should he be allowed to dance or yeet again. Like, I mean, I get it.
We don't pay his bills.
And nor could we. And I think he could probably pay all of ours.
What a jerk.
Huh?
What a jerk.
I know,
And he
man.
isn't doing it?
I mean, bad guy. First time I've seen Michael Cole on the table. Yeah, same here. And he should not do that again. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. You know what? After almost 30 years, 28 years in the business, go on, Michael Cole, do you?
$94?
Something like that. I want to say it's
90, yeah.
no, it'd have been 96, 6. Because he's been in the business for 28 years. I've heard him say that.
Okay.
And that was last year that he said it. So It'd be 20. It'd be 96. Means 2 years. This year and next year, and he will have been in the business for 30 years. 3 decades.
And then that's when he's going into Hall of Fame.
I believe that to be correct. Yes, I don't think he goes in before that. Rick said, I remember Cole getting a wedgie from DX in 97. Yeah. Pat looks for any reason to get on the table. Used to do it for boobs. I think that's just kind of his thing. He likes doing that. And Rick, I also remember Michael Cole getting a wedgie from DX. I remember The Rock putting his shirt on Michael Cole's face. Tell him, shut up. Don't move. Hold the Rock shirt. You look tired as hell. I'm going to have to make you some coffee or what?
Maybe.
That's about all Travis Scott did, standing up there. And he got a mic in his hand and never said a word. Sorry, I'm not a Travis Scott fan.
Every time he had to stop, Jay would like put his hand up and like, hey,
Yeah, whoa, whoa.
we got to absorb this one. Hold on.
Fatal Influence. That's going to be a good match. Hell, this is going to be a good match. I invite everybody, especially if you're in the Lubbock area, to watch NXT tomorrow. You might see some commercials from some people you might know. Just a little something for you. Cole was pinned to the wall by Heidenreich. I ain't thought about Heidenreich in a long time. Scooter says, this is my first live podcast and I'm having a great time. Scooter, I'm glad, man. I'm glad that we could be your first podcast, and I hope to see you back. We do it every Thursday, with the exception of this week because we're doing it on Monday. But we're live every Thursday, 8 o'clock, and we'd love to have you back. Jello says Travis has probably never been in front of a crowd that big. It's possible. 17,000 people.
$17,000.
17,000 plus.
I'd be happy with like 2% of that right now.
You know? I know I've said this over and over, and I'll continue to say it until it happens, but I really wish Drew would go back to his old music. His Shaman's Harvest. Yep.
Yes.
I miss that. That was my favorite music of his.
That's what got me turned on to Shaman's Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
They got some bangers on those albums too.
Oh, yeah. Like, I dig me some Shaman's Harvest. I mean, he's starting to kind of go back to that look. So I'm hoping that when he gets back to that look, the music will also go back.
They gotta license it again.
Yeah, that's true. He done blowed up the building.
Why doesn't Drew carry a sword anymore?
Sorry.
Because that was a part of other management.
That's true. That was an other management thing, and when he decided to cut one of the ropes in half, then they were like, "Well, maybe this is a bad idea."
Well, I like the fact that he doesn't have it anymore because, you can't threaten something that you really can't use like that.
Right. Okay, Jay.
I know so.
He's like, I don't even have my jacket off yet. Skirt. Damn it, Seraph. Oof. Maybe that was not the greatest idea.
Take his dress off.
It's a kilt.
Do you know the difference between a kilt and a dress?
I do, actually. Kilt is one piece of long fabric.
The correct answer is underwear.
That too.
What does Drew have on? Underwear.
They're trunks. Now, I'm not saying his trunks weren't made by Fruit of the Loom, but they're still trunks.
God, Scooter, why you gotta throw everything out there like that?
Ask Mikey about the time he and I broke my mom's couch bed resting. Do tell.
Well, it was approximately 1987, 1988.
Hold that thought just a second because I feel like this is going to go ugly places. While we're listening to the story, Jello wants to know, why do Scots wear kilts?
Because they can.
So 1987, 88.
Scooter has a tape because we went to Blockbuster. And he was like, Jello!
I'm Jello? Okay, I'm using that one later. I'm using that one at work tomorrow, as a matter of fact. I'm not telling Drew that, though. No. Mm-mm. Okay, so back to your story.
Well, he plays a tape of Survivor Series
Okay.
from that year. And we were watching everything, and he's like, I wonder if I could body slam you.
Uh-oh.
So he picks me up, body slams me on this. It was a pull-out couch.
Right. Family show. Family show.
Anyway, his mom wakes up the next morning, and the bars are all bent and everything else on it. And
Y'all tore it all the way up, huh?
yeah, it wasn't pretty. But I would not be here if it weren't for that couch.
See, there you go. So it's not aptly named then. Leave it at that.
Family show.
Family show. See, J-Rep gets it. And she was pissed. I bet she was. See, and I never realized until I had kids how quickly stuff like that happens. Like, there were times I knew if my sons got quiet, I needed to go in their room. And one of the times I went in there just in time to catch Hunter jumping off the top bunk to land on Buddy and catch Hunter because he wasn't going to make it.
Was he eating himself off the top rope or what?
He was eating himself off the top bunk trying to get across the room to the couch. Yeah, he wasn't going to make it. Is it Claymore time? Yeet. So this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I really feel like this match, as good as it's going to be, because I do like Drew and I do like Jay. As good as this match is going to be, I think this is a let the crowd breathe match. Between the last one and Punk and Rollins, I think this is a let everybody breathe match. Rick says that's absolutely what it is. And that's smart to do that, I think.
Why is everybody doing a spine buster and dropping people on their lower back? I don't know.
Scooter saying, I saw Drew McIntyre live when he was a part of 3MB. I ain't thought about 3MB in a while. And he was about that big around.
Yeah, that was where the Claymore got invented.
Mm-hmm. And then he had to go, as it's said from time to time, he had to go learn another move.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesomely indicative of the level of talent they have right now when this is the cooldown bout. Right? The cooldown breather match is Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso.
Most over guys in the company. It's the breather.
Yeah. Surprised we're not getting the yay boo. There it is, Future Shock DDT. I still feel like Drew's got to win this one. So I got a message from Little Guapo, who's also watching Raw right now. That's just as impressed with Michael Cole being on the table eating. That's it. I didn't think about it, but that's it. That's how Drew gets the win. Kevin Owens is coming back out.
Watch
Matt-
your back.
Yeah, exactly. Watch your back. So, what do we think collectively about the ring mat and all the ads that are on the ring mat? Like me personally, I don't have a problem with it. Like combat sports all around generally do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a problem with it, but I'm curious how everybody else feels about it. Scooter says, better Michael Cole yeet than him try to wrestle. I'll have you know, he is a WrestleMania champion.
He's undefeated at WrestleMania.
He's undefeated at WrestleMania. That's correct. Michael Cole is. J-Reb saying he'd do it if he could afford it. Imagine that. Be there at watching Raw and you look at a turnbuckle and it says, not your average mark in one corner. And J-Reb's 3D printing in a corner. How much do you think that costs? How funny it had been if the table had broke when Jay, Pat, and the rap goof were on it. I'd laughed. I laughed a lot.
Diversity of advertisers.
Is he bleeding on his ear? Is that what I just saw?
I don't think it's bleed.
I looked for a second like Jay was bleeding from his ear. He is. Is he? I can't tell if there's blood or not. That is the one thing I haven't seen on there. Is Prime still a sponsor of the WWE? I don't know. I haven't seen Prime on the mat.
I haven't seen Prime on the mat. Have you seen if they have the Prime station
I haven't.
over by the?
I don't think I've seen that either. Jello saying it's great. I just love the diversity of the advertisers: candy, beer, telephone, Saudi Arabia. What? Jay got the win. Okay. You in trouble? You in trouble. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Rick. I didn't expect that. I was pretty sure Drew wins this one. It's wild. Because we are. Jello saying it just makes Drew more unhinged if that's possible. That's a good question on whether or not that's possible, but I agree. It does play into that. That's why I hope they're going to bring back the psychopath. Every time Drew loses, he gets in his own way. I love the consistency. Absolutely. So before we get into the main event, which is next, I've got a question for everybody in the chat right now. Are you guys digging the whole watch along thing? Like, do y'all want to do this for Royal Rumble? Like make it a PLE thing? If so, let me know because I'm enjoying the hell out of this personally. Fluffy. Daddy Boss, Jello, Rick, guys, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's make it a thing. Oh, see, now y'all gonna mess with Fluffy? Shut up, Seraph. That's true. You're not watching the show on TV. Scooter saying it's a really good idea. He's having fun. I'm so glad you're having fun, Scooter. And like I said, I hope to see you back out here. I can only imagine, Seraph. Oh, get a Fluffy. They're not going to watch Fluffy special. Netflix. There's the 2K25 plug. I knew there was going to be a 2K25 plug. Seth Rollins with the man bun, but not wearing Becky's clothes. I'm glad to hear on here that everybody's enjoying this. I think Hogan is almost up. No Hogan, brother. It seems like everybody's enjoying this. So I say we do this. PLEs, big events. This is what we're doing right here. We'll have the watch along. So our next watch along will be February 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
February 1st for the Royal Rumble, and I hope to see all of you there for it. We will have all the fun. So what's everybody got on this main event? Seth freaking Rollins, CM Punk. It's all. You say do it weekly? I don't know. It's something to think about. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. This goes all the way back to the CM Punk debuting at SummerSlam last year. Or now I guess it's a year before last because it's 2025 now. But it goes all the way back to that, and now we're finally getting it. We're finally getting them at each other. We've had so much injury, just different things that have kept them apart. So, what do you got? What are we looking at? Who's got this match?
It's a toss-up. Really, it is. It could go either way.
Let's see that.
It could go either way, and the story still progresses.
Jello says Punk needs to win more than Seth. Scooter says, I'm a CM Punk fan, have been and always will be. I get that. Rick, I'm expecting Punk to win and Rollins to cost Punk against Gunther at the Rumble, leading to Punk versus Rollins again at Mania. Could see that.
Punk versus Rollins again at Mania. That's not a main event.
Huh?
That's not a main event.
Maybe a little bit.
You end up having Roman versus The Rock, and you have John Cena versus Gunther.
I mean, you make a valid point there.
CM Punk gets screwed one more time out of this WrestleMania main event pipe dream that he's had for X number of, 20 years?
Where do you go to put Punk in a match though? In a main of WrestleMania headlining match?
Punk Gunther.
But see, that's the thing. You've got Punk Gunther. Some people saying Punk Gunther. You've got some people saying Rollins Gunther. You've got some people, myself included, saying Mania is going to be Cena Gunther.
There's so much story where we're at the point right now where we can go. There are so many sublines that we can go off of to do what we need to do to get wherever we need to get. And only the people that are in WWE right now know exactly what's going on.
And that's what I love about it.
It was so predictable beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's not. And that's the best part about it.
Rick says Punk can never main event Mania until he has his last one. Jello saying Punk would need a title match to main event WrestleMania. Here's my thing, and this is going a little away from the Punk at WrestleMania thing, but we've got the year of John Cena coming in. I'm going to tell you what I think the last thing to happen in the year of John Cena is. We get Cena versus Punk as the last match. And when it's all said and done, they get that stare at each other. Punk gets that look on his face that only CM Punk can get right before he grabs John Cena's hand and raises Cena's arm, and they hug it out. And that's the end of John Cena. And the place loses their ever-loving minds.
Did you realize that the first actual 5-star match on WWE Raw was CM Punk versus John Cena.
I believe it. Absolutely, I believe it. Scooter saying, do you like Gunther's name now, or do you prefer to call him Walter? I like calling him well, let me get Gunter, because I got corrected on that. And there's another one I like, Braun Breaker right there. Dogs are barking. But no, I do like him.
Is that Nikki Garcia?
Yes.
Oh, we're back to calling her Bella?
We're
Ooh.
back to calling her Nikki Bella now.
But did she get a Legends contract, I wonder?
Probably. Let's drink, brother. Really? I met both of them in a United. And he was wearing that same shirt. They're talking that shirt he's got on and the jacket that Jimmy Hart is wearing is for Real American Beer, which I just happen to have some of. That's what actually what that right there is an autographed case of Real American Beer.
Hulk Hogan, will you please send your check to Not Your Average Mark?
I'm trying, all right.
I mean, we're plugging your beer, so you got to give us something.
Jello says for Cena's end, a throwback to Rock versus Cena would be appropriate. I don't think that's the end. I think that's right before the end. J Reb says he had to pay Netflix to be on. I believe it.
Whether or not he did, he's still there.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Right here at the Silver Dome. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Scooter. I haven't drank either one of them yet. I need to, but I do want to check out Broken Skull IPA from Stone Cold as well as my Real American Hulk Hogan beer.
That's one of the things that you can actually get. You could do a sample test on TikTok.
Yeah.
Do your TikTok deal, and then you can push it on TikTok and the reels on Facebook, Instagram.
So I don't, as a rule, ever get political on my podcast. But I do think that Jello's right in the fact he says LA crowd doesn't like him because he appeared at the Republican National Convention. I believe that's probably very true. That and, he's 638 years old. Rick saying Q almost for the choke slam. Save the broadcast. I like it. What's up, fella? All right, this I like. Penta Zero? What kind of silly ass question is that? As excited as I am to see this again, that's got to end at some point. I love me some Stephanie McMahon. The only McMahon that still gets cheered at a wrestling event. Some of the best music in wrestling right there. I love this song. And I love the he does the whole burn it down, like he times out what he does with it. I think it's great. And I take back what I said about Becky's clothes. And of course, they're not going to show what I said. I finally make mention of it, and they're not going to show it. Yellow saying, Stephanie, come back and give us another evolution. I wouldn't mind. Like, the women's division is great right now. Don't get me wrong. That's very loud. That's what I was talking about. I take it back. He did not get into Becky's closet. He got into Shinsuke's closet. Scooter saying, do you think Finn is ever going to be the demon? I hope so. That was always my very favorite, like, version of Finn Balor, was the Demon King.
I think Roman has killed the demon
It's fair.
because, well, I mean, actually, you want to be technical about it. The last time he did the demon was with Edge in Hell in the Cell, and
That,
it didn't.
but
go,
that was
it,
that was to sell. There was something Halloween-ish.
But doing that as a heel doesn't work.
Well, and follow me on this. If you separate Damian Priest and Finn Balor and put them in two different storylines, there's nothing saying they can't both be face. Right, and I'll tell you how. As far as Finn goes, Finn loses to Damian, and then the entire rest of the Judgment Day turns on Finn. Everybody hates Liv, everybody hates Dom, everybody thinks JD McDonough should be Lord Farquaad, and Carlito's just funny. We like him. But if they all turn on Finn, Finn's automatically a face at that point. And if he's completely disassociated from Damian Priest, there's no reason he can't be a face and bring that character back.
There needs to be more character building done than just he gets jumped out by Judgment Day. There needs to be a little bit more of a redemption situation.
Fair, but that's the beginning of it. Is
Yeah, you're talking catalyst, and then you have your catalyst that changes that starts working the change, but he still has to put forth that work, and it's not going to be easy considering all the BS that he had to go through.
Well, if they do have the Judgment Day turn on him, it won't be hard for him to be able to dodge everything because JD McDonough will telegraph everything on that big ass forehead of his. Just saying.
Somebody told me WWE's gonna start using that as an advertising point.
They should. That man doesn't. I said it when we talked about him on the podcast. That man doesn't have thoughts. He has movies. Macaulay Culkin got a bigger pop than Hulk Hogan. Well, I mean, yeah. We need a decibel meter for Seth, Jay's, and Cody's entrances. See which one is louder. I could agree with that. And I think, honestly, it depends on where they're at. They're anywhere in the South, it's going to be Cody. Cody's going to get the bigger. In the Midwest, Seth's going to get it. And pretty much anywhere else, Jay's going to get it.
Let's see if they give the decibel meter for CM Punk.
It's CM Punk, it don't matter where he is. Yeah, get up, move around.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I get you. That is funny though that Macaulay Culkin got a bigger pop than Hogan did. I really hope that this sends a signal to Hulk Hogan that as far as today's wrestling crowd, you're kind of done.
I hope so.
One note, one boom, got a bigger pop than Hogan's entire thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Taker, so I get it, but Scooter says we're getting old, Mikey. He agrees wholeheartedly. Saturday night's main event. I do like the nostalgic feel that they gave to the first one. Thought that was pretty cool. Rick saying Hogan and Flair are both done. I heard recently that Flair was talking about maybe having one more match in him. And unless that match is with death, I don't see it happening.
He does wrestle with sobriety every single day.
Well played, sir. Well played. I got to give you that one. Wrestles with sobriety every day. I love it. Jello said Hogan stepped into the political world, which polarized the audience, which is why, with the exception of agreeing with you on that, is why you won't hear anything political on this podcast, because I like to talk about wrestling to get away from all of that mess. In the words of Michael Scott, no, 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 God, no. Do you think Ronda Rousey is going to come back at the Royal Rumble? I don't know.
No.
There's been talk. I mean, but there always is a lot of talk about who's going to return. So I can't be the only one, but when this song came out, way back when, I didn't like it. I didn't start actually digging this song until it was his theme music. I'll put you on the spot. Who sings it?
Living Color.
Good job.
Personality.
Rick said, I remember when this song debuted on MTV. I lived in a little bitty tiny ass town, so we didn't have MTV, so I didn't get to see that.
I ended up having MTV, but I had to. There was a satellite dish that was bigger than this room
Uh-huh.
that we had to maneuver just right to get there.
Scooter says, you better get that one right, Mikey. Jello saying, I want to see Jordan Grace back at the Rumble to announce she's signing with the WWE. All the signs I'm seeing point to that. Maybe not at the Rumble, but her signing to main roster is is happening. And I say main roster and include NXT in that because I really feel that NXT has become the third brand.
Oh yeah, Level Up is now going to be where all the developmental stuff happens.
Right, but they're changing the name of it. It's not Level Up anymore.
No, not exactly sure what it's supposed to be.
I got you.
But Jordan Grace is a free agent as of January 25th. Well, I believe that Grace will actually be a participant in the Royal Rumble, as well as on the men's side.
Say his name and he'll appear. I agree with you wholeheartedly in that. That's going to be called NXT Evolve. That's what they're replacing Level Up with. And you're going to see, I think you're going to see on that Evolve show, you're going to see a lot of your WWE ID people.
Yeah, Cappuccino Jones.
Who's an awesome dude, by the way. So does the anger and the hate fire that burns within Seth Rollins get in his way, you think? The hell of a face there, punk. So the way that was said, is that not where it would go to commercial if we were still on USA?
Yes.
January 25th, that's when Jordan Grace is a free agent. Not buying none of that. No, he said freaking. Woo! The hell of a chop. Jordan and her husband will both be coming, says Jello.
Who's her husband?
That's a good question. I'm like a little behind on that. Who is Jordan Grace's husband? Mr. Grace, I guess.
CM Punk looks in good shape. Yes, he does.
He does. He looks in great shape. And I'm waiting for the day they glue everything down to the table so the wrestlers can't clear it. That would be funny as hell. So now you got me curious, Jello. I got to see who it is. Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham makes Tommaso Ciampa look like a 6-footer.
Oh wow.
He's in great shape. He's cut,
But it's a wee little man.
but he's in.
Oh.
I think he may be in Hornswoggle's league.
So we didn't get the GTS yet. We didn't get the stomp. Yeah, even Rick saying Gresham is tiny. Like Liv Morgan tiny?
I don't know about that.
But he has a cool octopus mask. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Like, then that's our next shirt. But he has a cool octopus mask. Eska 1981, Alex saying he's like a baby Lashley.
He's
Okay.
mini me.
He's Mini Lashley. He's wee Bobby.
So I could just see him coming back over to AEW for a second. So Bobby Lashley could put his arm down like this and set it on his shoulder and go, I shall call him Mini Me.
I shall call him Mini Me. I like what I'm seeing here because this is exactly what you want to see in this match. You want to see the fight. You want to see a year and a half of, like almost 2 years of just, I hate you in this match.
Animosity. Let's do it.
Yep. Just messed each other up. Dang. He hit Seth Rollins so hard he turned into Matt Hardy. Yes.
Wait, no, that's Paul Bear.
Yeah. Just look it up. His alter ego is King Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. I will have to look that up. You know what's that?
Hmm?
This has been a hell of a Raw, and like we knew going into it, it was going to be big, just because it's the first one. You know, it's the first one on Netflix, so we knew it was going to be big. But has it lived for you guys in the chat? Has this lived up to the hype for you? Has it been everything you thought it would be? I would say for me, yes. Like it's definitely delivered. I could have done without the Hogan thing, but for me, the Raw has definitely delivered on the hype. Eska saying definitely didn't disappoint. Rick says I think it's been a great night overall. Daddy Boss thumbs up. Scooter, yes it has. I'm with all of you. I think this has been where it's at, and I hope, like, you can't expect every Raw to be like this, because if it is, there's something wrong. I've come to learn that you can't have it be this good every time. But I feel like we get decent every Monday. I think they build it up to where we do. J-Rep said it's been fun for sure. I think so. Like, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I'm excited that you guys want to do this again. Like that, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. And now, even more so than it was, I'm looking forward to the Royal Rumble because I can't wait to do this again. But we're gonna have to get like some like espresso shots for this guy. Keep him awake
When is this?
for the Royal Rumble. Because we're gonna do this again.
Okay.
So, Fortnite, John Wick's in Fortnite now? What have I seen? Fortnite, I saw something for Saudi Arabia, Snickers. How much do you think people pay to get something on that ring mat? I'm asking you. I'm asking Rick. Y'all been in the business. Y'all done this.
I'm saying probably at least a high six figure.
That's a lot. J-Reb, I don't think we're going to get on the mat. Oh, everyone's in Fortnite now? That's what I keep hearing. I have never been able to get into Fortnite. Give me a Halo. Give me Call of Duty. But I can't shoot and build at the same time. I can't do it. I've tried, and it doesn't work. Rick, it's a game. It's a video game.
Apparently, it's supposed to be some sort of element of period of time.
Fortnite's 2 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah. 14 days, Rick. That's a fortnight. Not really. It's not. It's not really like World of Warcraft. It's more like a very cartoony version of Call of Duty, except you can build stuff, like build walls and ramps and stuff. Bruss would be better to tell you about that. He used to play it a lot. So, um, J Reb's saying he doesn't play, but his son does a bit.
Whenever the controllers went to having a joystick and everything else, that's when I stopped really playing video games. I was happy with
You like that?
yes. I was happy with the original the original Sega Genesis.
About a Sega Genesis in a minute. Yeah, you did good, Mike, going with Sega Genesis. I figured you for an Atari guy.
I mean, I did have an Atari once upon a time.
I did
but-
too. So it's Minecraft meets Call of Duty on acid. And shrooms, yes.
with an element of TikTok.
Yes, because there's dancing. There's like emotes where they dance and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rolling through.
CrossFit Jesus just hit CM Punk with his own move.
Yep. CrossFit Jesus. All right.
Have you never heard that before?
No. Rick says he's going to stick with Burger Time and Miss Pac-Man. I don't know that Mr. Pac-Man would appreciate that, sir. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Indeed, it has.
Do not injure that knee again, Seth. That's the only thing I worry about in a match like this is both of them are injury prone as hell. Scooter's saying when I get the wrestling games, the first character I make is Mikey. I dig it. I dig it. But does your character eat crayons? That's the question. I mean, right there. Chewing on them in the shirt, right there. It's crazy. What's next?
Pedigree.
I can see it actually.
Seth is gonna do the pedigree.
Seth's going to
And-
go for the pedigree, and
he's
he's going to turn it around.
Punk's gonna turn it around, get him up, and do the Pepsi plunge.
Not the Pepsi plunge.
To eat healthy.
Oh, okay. See, you would think, Scooter, that he likes to eat healthy, but I've seen his crayons, and he doesn't even do the Crayola ones. And those are supposed to be the low-fat crayons. Again, long day. Oh, misses the stomp. But what I said earlier is this is the thing that worries me about them. They're both very, very injury prone, and not just injury prone like, man, I hurt my leg. Injury prone like I tore everything in my knee and I'm going to be out for 9 months. Or, I tore my bicep and I'm going to be gone for 8 months. He did it again. Whoa, yeah. Well, this isn't going to end well. Of course, he's not going to win it right there. Um, I think yes. Like he's got a history of back problems. I want to say didn't they say he broke one of his vertebrae at some point?
I don't know, but I don't wish back pain upon anybody.
No, absolutely not. And to do what he does with the amount of back pain he's had in the past is crazy. I got crazy respect for him for what he does. But at the same time, man, get your stuff fixed and be out for 9 to 10 months,
Spend some time with your kid.
right? Looks like they have a new a new desk. It doesn't collapse. It's a new desk. Yes, it is. Rick, I agree with you. The crowd is pretty split on this. Buckle bomb? Oh wow. That's what put Sting down. Don't roll him that way. I need to be a ref at a show just so I can do that. Hit the two and then run to the other side of the ring and be like, two, we got his foot on the rope, two. Rick says my mom is cussing Seth for rolling Punk to the ropes. I said don't roll him that direction. The crowd with the "This is awesome" chant, and it is. This has been very awesome. Well, you're just gonna come off of my words now, or?
Oh yes, he's getting it set up.
Refs always take the long way around to start counting. Yeah, they do.
It's either gonna be, it's either gonna be the superplex into the Falcon Arrow, or it's going to be the Pepsi plunge.
One or the other. And you can do the superplex because that's not Kevin Owens.
It's officially over 3 hours.
It is by 1 minute. Wow. Little Guapo saying, "Holy finisher fest, Batman." Punk with the win.
Okay.
Kind of surprised by that one. I mean, Rick kind of called this one. You know, Punk wins this one, and then Seth comes back and cost him a match later on. I could still absolutely see that. Zero blood. Huh. Rick, you're right. It's been a great show, and Jello, Punk does need it more. The question is, oh wait, I take it back. There's the blood. It's a little bit, the blood, a little bit. Well, that is the very first Raw on Netflix in the books. And it's been awesome. It's been absolutely amazing. I can't wait for next week now. I mean, this gets me excited for Raw. And I don't know if you guys watch SmackDown or not, but SmackDown had me excited for SmackDown because things are getting better by the show. But with it being 10:03, and I know some of us got to work tomorrow. I want to thank everybody who joined us in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's going to watch this afterwards. Jello, Rick, Cameron, Daddy Boss, Eska81, everybody that's joined us here.
Scooter, Damon.
Yeah, Scooter,
Damon.
Damon, even you, Seraph. Everybody that joined us, thank you so much. I can't wait to do this again for Royal Rumble. It's going to be great. Cameron's Cameron's bragging a little bit. It's only 8 there. That's that crazy California time. Ain't seen one of them in a minute, have you? But seriously, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Monday night. We will not be having a show on Thursday because we did this one, but we will be back next Thursday, regular time, 8 p.m., and I hope to see each and every one of you there. Until then, that's Mike Caldwell. I'm your boy Guapo, and we're not your average marks. Catch y'all next Thursday.
Yeah.